Okay, hello everyone. The table is a mess here because we have a lot of things to show you. I'm not gonna try to tidy up because it's a mess. So, if you haven't already know the new ROG Xbox Ally X, with the release of this new generation of handheld devices, they also released two new docks that you can purchase so you can convert your handheld device to become a, convert it into a big screen or literally a laptop, because it is literally a laptop just made in this kind of handheld form factor. So we're going to take a look at both of them. Firstly is the ROG Bulwark Dock, and we'll talk about this one first. So the unboxing experience is pretty simple, I would say. What you get inside is just the dock itself and also a bunch of documentation alongside with a, I would say, very short cable, but it's sufficient. It's a USB-C to C cable, and one side of it is a right angle cable. Now, as far as I know, if you want to use the Bulwark Dock without any case, then yeah, it wouldn't be a problem. It just sits like this, and then the right angle cable connects to the Ally or Ally X itself, and this is how it should look. If you're using a case for your ROG Xbox Ally or Ally X though, then the right angle cable will not fit and you will have to flip it around. So it's not really a big deal, it's just something that you have to take note of. So if you invert the cable, then the right angle will go to the dock side, and then this straight jack will go to the top. It's not as elegant and the cable is a little bit stretched, I would say, but that's not really an issue, and this will work if your Ally or Ally X has a case. Now, the Bulwark Dock itself has a bunch of different ports at the back, which is actually quite good, I would say. So you do have triple USB-A ports, 10 gigabits per second each, 1 gigabit Ethernet, HDMI 2.1 port, which is FRL as far as I know, so it's the real HDMI 2.1, and then one more USB-C, 10 gigabits per second, and then another port, USB-C port, which is used to connect to the Ally or Ally X. One big criticism that I have for the Bulwark Dock is that the box itself does not come with a charger, so you will have to use your own charger. Now, there are many choices actually. You can use the included charger with your ROG Ally or Ally X. It's a 65 watt charger. It's sufficient, I would say, but do remember that the ROG Xbox Ally X, this one in particular, can support up to 100 watts of fast charging. So that extra 35 watts that you get compared to the usual 65 watts that comes in the box is, well, used for fast charging. And so finally, we have one cable here. Let's try to connect it. And it should just straight away work, because that's how easy it is to make this thing work. And does it work? Yes, it does. As you can see here, it says the power adapter does not support the full performance. Oh, okay, it does boost to the maximum of 35 watts, though that means your charging speed will be slowed down. Okay, I mean, at least you can still use the included charger to do this whole setup. And that's pretty much it for the Bulwark Dock. You do have RGB lights as well at the front there. I'm not sure if turning off the... Okay, I think we have to do it in the Armory Crate menu then. Do we need to update the firmware? Let me do something here. Oh, there's a new BIOS update. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay, so the Bulwark Dock has been installed. I mean, all of the drivers. You have to do this actually when you plug it into your ROG Xbox Ally or Ally X. Remember to head into Armory Crate and do all of these updates. And now, can we change any of the lighting? That's what I'm curious about. Can we? Or do we need to restart? Because it's still not detecting in Aura Sync. Let's give it a restart. It decided to update the BIOS as well. Okay. I guess we'll wait. Abracalator. Okay, so after unintentionally updating the BIOS and also the Bulwark Dock's firmware and whatnot. Can we actually select it? Yes, finally we can. We can change the Bulwark Dock's RGB lighting. It also has Aura Sync support as well, so when you do one change, then everything will change together. And then Aura effects, we can turn off all of them, change into static color. I'm not sure if it's, oh, it is static color as you can see there. Starry Night. Why doesn't my... Holy... Either way, yeah, Aura Sync, once you did it already, you can change it to color cycle, so everything cycles at the same time. Smart, which adapts to your CPU usage and whatnot. Music, which adapts to your music that you're listening. Starry Night, everything just changes accordingly. And then you also have Rainbow, whereby everything just goes through the entire rainbow spectrum. So for me personally, turn it off. That's how I like it to be. And that's it for the Bulwark Dock. Nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. It is a perfect companion if you want to convert the ROG Xbox Ally into a workstation, I would say. Remember, this is literally still a laptop and you can use it as a laptop thanks to the Bulwark Dock. And the Bulwark Dock, I would say it's not really that travel friendly because it is made for you to put it on the desk. But then again, you can put it, oh, I should disconnect everything. But then again, the Bulwark Dock, you can close it like this, make it a bit more tinier, flatter, and then you can just chuck it in your bag and bring it with you. However, since there is no built-in charger or anything like that, you will have to bring a separate charger, either the included ROG Xbox Ally X charger, or get some third-party charger like this Charge charger that we have here, which supports 140 watts of output. But that aside, let's now talk about this one, the ROG 100 watts gaming charger dock. This is actually considered an upgraded version from the original 65 watts gaming charger dock, which we have did a video about it, link at the top right corner there if you want to check it out. So basically, this charger, a lot larger than the 65 watts version, of course, because higher wattage. And it also comes with 3 different plugs. Well, technically only 2 more. The default one is the US 2-prong plug, and then you can also convert it to become a EU 2-prong plug by just doing this, slide it in, there we go, it becomes a 2-prong plug, or you can use the UK 3-prong plug instead, which is what I will use because Malaysia is using UK 3-prong plugs. And this larger 100 watts version, you have one more extra USB-A port. Now, it's quite unfortunate though, I would say, because you have HDMI 2.0 instead of HDMI 2.1, okay, and you also have double USB 2.0 Type A. It's meant for your keyboard and mouse, so you just have to take note of that. It's quite unfortunate that you cannot use other high-speed ports with this charger dock, but then again, the ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X, they have another extra USB-C port for you already, so I can kind of forgive that. So let's just plug it into my power adapter here. This USB-C cable is actually quite long, 1.5 meters, I would say. Yeah. Now, this whole setup is actually quite portable, I would say, because then again, the charger itself already has all of the docking components built in. So when we plug it into the... Oh, I forgot to plug in the HDMI. I'm a genius. So when we plug it into the dock, everything will just work seamlessly. Ugh. It's great if you are traveling for work and then you want to hook up your ROG Xbox Ally or Ally X to the hotel TV or whatsoever to get some gaming hours going on. So this is what you can do. Then again, you don't have any RGB or whatever, and this dock, I don't think there's any firmware updates because it's just a charger with a dock anyway. There's no RGB firmware whatsoever, but let's give it a check nonetheless. There is none. Okay, so yeah, this charger dock, real simple to use, real portable, and also you can practically bring to whichever country in the world that you want to use it with, and just remember to take this adapter with you as well. But one criticism that I have with ROG, not ROG, actually Xbox's solution for that matter, is when you boot up your ROG Xbox Ally or Ally X, you can only choose either you go into desktop mode or the Xbox full screen experience mode. You cannot go from desktop mode back to the Xbox full screen experience without doing a full restart to take advantage of all of the benefits that the full screen experience offers, which is quite inconvenient, I would say. So my best bet for you is to actually just make it default to boot into full screen experience mode, but then you just have to go into desktop mode manually every single time you want to use it in laptop mode. Well, technically desktop mode in this case. But yeah, my HDMI cable is a bit flaky, but yes, we have to do a full restart. There we go. So I will leave all of the prices for each of the products shown in this video here on the screen for you guys to see. And it's quite a messy video, I know, because we have a lot of stuff on the table. But then again, yeah, check all of these docks out. Of course, you can use some other third-party docks as well, but these are just two solutions that ROG themselves offer. Bulwark Dock, I would say, an elegant solution. You can just leave it on your desk. You have RGB lightings as well. I also forgot to mention there's a 3.5mm audio jack at the side. And then this charger dock, convenient to bring around. Just stuff it in your bag, hook it up to your hotel TV or whatever, and then you can start gaming on the big screen. Of course, you might want to use an external controller as well, because if you want to use the built-in controller on this handheld device, then the cable will have to be quite long and you have to sit quite close to the TV as well. So yeah. Do remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.